Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Showers look to be gone at this point, at least in Grand Rapids. It's a little bit of sun, but the weather is going to drop off temperature-wise and fall later in the day. It'll peak mid-50s and then fall. Frost advisory for tonight is a possibility.
It looks so nice right now.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Tomorrow will stink, and then after that, it's okay. So last night, I was getting some work done for today, and I had Wood TV 8 on. And I'm glad. What happened is I watched the NBA game, and then it just happened to be on, and I'm kind of half paying attention. But this story caught my ear and my eye. First my ear, then my eye. Because it seems like the story of a pretty crooked car dealership taking advantage of someone that was in, the whole thing of it costs a lot to be poor. That whole thing.
Right. Yes.
Well, this is a great example of that. And then at the end, this is the part it went from, wow, that story's interesting. Maybe we'll play that tomorrow to, oh my God, we have to play this, because at the end, it becomes a hit parade of stay away factors.
Really?
Yeah.
A young woman with a baby and bad credit is desperate to replace her wrecked car. But when the deal falls through, the car lot kept her deposit. Her phone call got Target 8 investigator Henry Erb's attention, and once again gets him kicked out of somebody's office.
I love that intro. That's when I went, this sounds like something I would like, because I always like the investigative pieces, and that's typically what Henry Erb does.
This is what I hope for, though.
Yes.
Like, investigative journalism is great, but when someone gets kicked out, or even better, in a fight, how entertaining.
Yep.
Property. Okay.
No comment.
Also, then you know he's guilty.
Getting thrown out of someone's office always makes us wonder why they don't want to talk, especially when they lock the door behind us. We got the boot this time as we were investigating this young woman's story. For her, it began with a crash that left her carless.
So I found them first, so I called them. They're like, oh, come in. We'll get you approved or whatever. And I told them I had bad credit.
She says she gave Allstate Auto on South Division in Kentwood $1,000 down. She says the salesman told her he'd try to get her a car loan, but right away he was having trouble.
I called him later that day, and he's like, oh, well, we can't get you approved for $1,000. Could you put $1,500?
A couple days later, she says, the salesman called again and said, no deal. Couldn't get her a car loan.
He told me that I couldn't get the car, and he wasn't giving me my money back. So.
Already, I don't know how it normally goes at a car lot like that, but I didn't think you would ever be asked to give money up front. That's the whole point.
No, sometimes you might put down a down payment on something just to put your name first in line. If there's a specific car that you actually want.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like, you find one online or something. It's in Wisconsin, and you go, hey, look, all right, I'm going to give you my credit information.
Money.
Yeah. But then even if that falls through, they just go, all right, well, whatever. You're just trying to secure it for a little while.
Yeah.
You're holding it, basically.
But in this case, they could easily find out credit information without having a down payment. All they have to do is call creditors and go, okay, if this person puts down $1,500, will that satisfy the requirement?
Right. But especially the fact that
it won't.
They called back and said, we can't do it. Can you give us $500 more? Hey, everyone, we're a scam.
Wow.
But we don't have any proof of that. It's just a gut feeling. Let Henry Erb do the hard lifting.
Yeah.
Dealer was keeping her deposit.
So that's when I got the Kentwood police up there, and he tried talking them into giving my money back.
According to this police report, the guy who runs the place told the officer that the dealership tried numerous financial institutions but were having a difficult time getting Summer a car loan. He told the officer that the deposit is to allow the company to attempt to acquire financing and not refundable.
Wow, that is dirty.
That is.
Really is.
I'm sure they carefully explain that, though, when they take the money. I'm sure they're very careful to explicitly say out loud, you don't get this money back if we can't get you a loan. I'm sure it's not buried in the middle of a contract.
And for $1,500, I mean, if you've got that bad of credit and everything else, you can get, you're not going to get a stunning automobile, but you can get something halfway reliable for $1,500.
Better than just nothing.
Yeah.
For your time.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
And that's what brought us to Allstate Auto. We wanted to find out why the car dealer thinks it's right to keep the customers' down payments.
Hi, Mr. Anderson.
Yes, sir.
Henry Erb from Wood TV. How you doing?
Would you please leave the property?
Well, we'd like to ask you about why you won't return this young woman's down payment.
Please leave the property.
Okay.
Got nothing, no comment.
Okay, all right.
Leave the property.
The day after Alan Anderson kicked us out of his office, he called. He politely apologized, and he answered some questions. He told us
when he told Summer and the Kentwood police officer that they spent a lot of time trying to get her a car loan and that she'd signed a contract which said that they could keep her deposit.
You didn't spend $1,500 worth of time trying to find a car loan.
Yeah, unless you're an astronaut or something. Yeah, something that's
Really?
ludicrous. You know.
But also, I mean, you have banks you work with.
Right.
Yeah.
All the
that is
tons
such
of cars. And
right.
Never has anyone said you're going to have to pay us for the time we spend.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
No,
getting you a
that's
loan.
just part of the given in the job that they do.
Yeah.
Wanted to see that contract, and Anderson said he'd make it available through his lawyer, but the lawyer never called us back. So we went to the Better Business Bureau with the question, can a business really keep your deposit if the deal falls through?
Consumers assume that anytime they make a deposit that they can get it back if they change their mind, and that's just simply not the case.
The Michigan law is clear. If you agree to buy something and then you back out of the deal, the seller can keep at least some of the deposit to cover any losses. But you didn't back out.
I didn't back out. They backed out for me.
The Better Business Bureau says it's a different story when the car dealer fails to get the customer a loan.
It would depend on who was to get the financing. If the dealer was supposed to get the financing and they couldn't, the customer didn't back out, that would be the business's responsibility. And in that case...
So they couldn't perform what they said they could do.
Right.
And then they stole the money.
Yeah.
Should refund the deposit.
They'll look something like this.
And consumer lawyer Mike Nelson, who sues a lot of car dealers, says...
If they don't deliver the car, they have no right to keep the down payment.
He says consumers...
So Better Business Bureau and a lawyer who deals in that, they both seem pretty clear. This place ripped her off.
Yeah.
often have to sue.
Begs the question, how many times have they done this?
And also,
that's coming.
Well,
I'm a little shocked that the police didn't just handle it. If this is not
But they're not
legal.
lawyers.
No, but
That's the thing.
They're that's not their job.
But they're there to enforce the law. And
but
so
not
if this
to
is
interpret
against
the
it,
law either. I mean, they have to,
that's
there
true.
has to be a reason.
No, you're right.
Somebody has to issue that.
to get their money back. Summer says she's without a car and the money to try again, so she is thinking about suing.
I'm devastated. I'm mad.
Alan Anderson
really
told
think
me
you
on
have
the
the money
phone that
to,
he'd
but-
still like to sell her
Well, that's
a car.
the thing. These guys count on that.
They do,
She couldn't
yeah.
afford to buy a car.
Right.
She can't afford to hire a lawyer to try to get back $1,500 unless there's a lawyer who says, "I'll do it."
Because because this guy seems scammy, and
But then,
why
okay,
not?
you get $500 back. The lawyer gets $1,000, and you still lose mostly.
Yeah. If she could come up with the money.
Are you Mr. Anderson?
Please leave the property.
We've reported before on Alan Anderson.
Here we
the man
go.
who gave us the boot. And this used car lot when it was known as AAA Auto, then AA Auto Sales.
He's
In
just erasing the
2009,
A's.
Anderson was convicted of gross indecency for groping a female customer during a test drive.
Oh, my God.
All right, you ask us to leave your property, fine. But
Turns
we're gonna
out
just
you're really
destroy
good
you.
at asking us to leave.
Wow.
You know we don't destroy the video each time, sir.
Wow.
We can play a highlight reel of you going, "Please leave." I wondered
my
why you were
God.
so good at it at the beginning. Like, you walked out and he said, "Henry Erb, Wood TV, please leave." He's like, "Well, I'm not going to make the same mistakes I did last time."
Wow.
Do you want a candy bar? Please leave.
Well, I guess, I mean,
No, that was-
you hate to victim blame, but on the bright side for her, at least she didn't get groped as far as
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Well,
so at least she's got that
because he
going
couldn't even
for
get a
her.
car to get her in.
Yeah.
What if-
But at least
Yeah.
I'm sure this guy's the only problem with this dealership.
What if that's the very next clip? And the worst part was she was groped.
Yes.
And that was where her money went to. Groping
In 2014, two of his salesmen, Christopher Martin and Dennis Gould, were busted for photoing up pay stubs to get car loans for customers with bad credit.
Oh, that guy on the
My
left, I can't believe
God.
that he wasn't convicted of something like the first guy.
Right?
Wasn't convicted, but they all get caught.
He is about to be seen walking into court, Hot Wings.
Ah.
Target 8 investigators had already exposed Gould as a polygamist and fraudster years before.
Oh, my God.
He can get more than one woman?
Wow,
right?
boy, talk about the brotherhood flocking together.
What is going on?
Here's yet a new face who has a mugshot and a story from Wood TV.
Oh, my Lord.
2016, another sex-related case. Salesman Gordon Bettini was convicted of assault after a woman said he groped her while she delivered packages to the dealership.
Boy, this guy must
Then last-
advertise for jobs on, pedophile message boards.
Hey, do you think you could hold a UPS lady down? Come sell cars here. No experience necessary.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they all know one another. You know, they run in the same circles. It's kind of, you find all these different, sex people or whatever, where you go, how does one person find
These different sex people.
Different
Yeah,
sex
that's
people.
different sex people. But when you get a couple that they meet,
my God.
And then you go, God, not only did you have one guy who
You
was
think they have an underground groper club?
Yes.
Oh, they probably do.
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
That club. That's as people in there at noon. What do you think they're doing?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Selling cars and groping.
When I bought my Wrangler, I looked at 2 on this lot, and I'm a little offended nobody tried to shove me in a trunk.
Well, I need a car. I'll go there today.
I'm a little offended they're exposing them because I was planning on heading over there today.
Justin, do you have $1,000? I'll see if I can get you approved.
Yeah, I got $1,000.
I'll talk to you again in a minute.
All right,
Cool.
deal.
Open your wallet, hang your nuts out. We're doing a deal.
Well, yeah.
I'll give you $1,000
And get that
if I can
sucker
kick
for
you in the
free.
nuts. I will do it.
Get that for
I have
nothing.
cash. You put your nuts on this car, I will kick them.
Well, I think the key to this place is just for everybody who's listening to go waste their time looking at cars.
Yeah.
But how would you know?
waste just never buy anything.
Well, yeah, but cover your naughty bits up. Don't let them get to your pink parts.
Oh, yeah,
Unless you
absolutely.
want
It's a
that.
grabby team, man.
Yeah.
But how would you know where to go? I mean,
Wear an iron kilt.
you're looking for 0 A's auto sales, and we don't know how many A's are on the sign anymore.
3 A's.
Yeah.
Will you back it up just a bit?
Yeah,
There's still
please.
some greatest hits of their arrests.
Yep.
Alan Anderson's car dealer. Salesman Gordon Bettini was convicted of assault after a woman said he groped her while she delivered packages to the dealership. Then last December, the state revoked Alan Anderson's car dealer license because of that 2014 fraud case.
Good
Would
move.
you please leave the property?
But there he was, escorting us out the door as if he still ran the place. The state of Michigan says that's okay, because even though it's the same car lot, Alan Anderson can work there as an employee. The place is now licensed to somebody named Michael D. Anderson. That name, too, is familiar to us. Michael D. Anderson runs One Step Realty. 2009 and 2014,
One Step Realty quit paying my clients.
we reported that people were complaining that One Step was managing property for them, but failing to hand over rent money.
This is unreal.
I'm Target 8 investigator Henry Erb.
Wow. It's just a
Every
whole
layer, there was
collection of grifters and scammers.
I expected Henry to say, it turns out every investigative report I've done in 35 years at Wood TV has involved someone from this car dealership or their family.
This is
Finally,
unreal,
it's
man.
all connected.
A gypsy broke my roof and put asphalt on it. It turns out it's this man's son.
It's like a Russian nesting doll of gropers and shady business people.
That car lot won a small claims case against another customer who tried to get his deposit back last summer. In that case, the argument was over whether or not the customer had okayed repairs on a truck after it failed an inspection. The car lot won on appeal.
What? Gross.
Boy, is that something else.
Can you believe that?
Wow.
So
That was a
Scumbags.
great story.
good luck with that place. Stay away.
It won't matter because, 1%, maybe 0.5% of the people in this town will see this story or hear about it. They'll still get people going.
Yeah,
there.
probably, but still.
Well, look at how many times they've been busted for doing something wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
And yet they're still in business. I mean, they've all been convicted of things, and they're in business. They had their license revoked, and they're in business.
That is so crazy.
And it's legal because now it's in his grifter son's name. Or whoever.
Although maybe now something happens because it is public, so someone who can do something about it does something about it.
Nah, it'll just change names again.
I mean, yeah,
But hopefully
probably.
people will see it and stay away.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are plenty of places that cater to someone who needs that kind of car, where their credit's bad and they need it, where they do absolutely good business, and they're not there to rip you off.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, goodness gracious. That poor lady.
Oh, I know.
Your hands are tied.
That's such a
What
bummer.
are you going to do? You got ripped off. Now sue.
Yeah, that's all she can do. Wait on a payment.
If I were that guy when Henry Erb showed up, I would have said, if I call and give her the money back right now, will you please not air this story? And
he
then
would say
he
yes.
would have played the video of me saying that on TV, which is why I'm not a grifter.
Exactly.
I didn't know you'd play this part. You're still recording, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Seriously, if Henry Erb came in here, I haven't even done anything, and I'd be like, oh, no, it's going down, man. One of you did something.
Seriously.
Oh, not me. I'd go, what did Russ do?
Oh, yeah.
I knew someone was embezzling.
I assume you're just here for a statement? Because I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
Can you please leave my office? Okay.
I bought these at a grocery store. They're my Milky Ways.
I was just going to get something to eat.